Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
Brighton blood clot out of order.
Bright face there and out of blood clot order.
Bright and out of order. That's on the.
Yo. I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all
Stupid.
thought Shadow was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Brighton out of order. Will, make sure you show up, bro.
You know what the funniest thing is? In that clip, I honestly don't believe like 90% of the people actually know where that clip comes from.
We on y'all asses. We on y'all asses. Show up.
You wanna talk shit? You wanna run your mouth? We'll set this bitch off.
Come on, show up, man. Show up. We on y'all asses, right?
Did you see bro's face on the sidelines?
Try harder next time. Try harder next time. Brighton out of order. Rank. Fisty.
So
Bright.
what's the
Out of
moral of the
order.
story here today?
Eh?
What's the moral of the story here?
The moral of the story?
This
Yes, or this
lineup,
whole
this
Let me
entire
tell
defensive
you
lineup.
something, bro.
this whole
Young
entire
teams.
ordeal with this
Oh, there
stupid
you
ass
go, Will. There
with
you
that
go.
stupid ass
I'm
rock.
glad you showed up. I'm glad you showed up, Will. We've been tormenting you since I don't know how long. Glad you showed up, Will.
What's good with y'all, man?
How you doing, man?
I ain't ducking no smoke. What's good with y'all?
Good. Good. I love it. I respect you. I love that.
What's good? I heard my name was mentioned, man. I had to make an appearance.
I'm glad you showed up, brother. I'm glad you showed up. I
Don't look
know.
now. Don't look now, man.
I know you've been tormented since what, 2018
Yeah, he about to
or
blame that
2016?
he about to blame that CP3 hamstring tonight.
Not
2015 or
no, it's
2015.
2015.
Oh,
Since
2015.
2015, it's even
Oh,
longer than what you thought.
oh yeah,
Almost
that's
a
right.
decade. Almost a decade, really.
Oh, that's right. Will, you know that young team wasn't going to do shit against us, bro. Why did you do that, man? Come on, man.
So who do y'all play in the play-in tournament? Y'all play
Oh, don't do that now,
the
Will. Don't do that
Lakers?
now,
Now
Will.
hold on. Now hold
Don't do that
on. Now
now,
Y'all
hold
Will.
on.
finna
You
y'all finna
talking?
lose to the
You
Lakers
were
in the
on our
play-in?
asses, bro.
Is that who the ninth seed is? The ninth seed, the Lakers, right?
You were on our asses, bro. I thought you were on
We
our
are on a
asses.
6 game
Yeah.
win
Okay.
streak.
Okay.
We
We
gonna
don't
see.
have a loss in sight,
We
bro.
So
gonna see,
we,
won't
Don't
you know what
we?
I'm
don't even
saying?
mention
When
10th seed or ninth seed. We
it's
don't have a
funny because
loss in
y'all gonna be
sight,
sitting
brother.
home next to us in a couple weeks, bro.
We gonna see.
We gonna
Hey,
see.
bro, I'm
You the
about to
same
end
nigga
y'all
that said
season.
you was gonna take us out the play-in. Now you're not even
Bro,
gonna
I'm
make
about
that
to end
shit,
y'all
bro.
season.
End our
Har-
season. Okay.
Now
Okay.
Brian got to be your savior. That's crazy. He
Okay.
is not your savior, in the words of K Dot.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm
Okay.
about to go home to a 40-year-old, bro.
Okay. We will see, won't we? We will see.
Well, the
Yo,
thing is, are they even gonna play LeBron in the play at this rate?
oh they're not gonna need LeBron to beat y'all.
We gonna see, won't we?
No, are they even gonna play them in the play-in?
Oh, I mean, I guess the Kings could try.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like
mean,
nothing's
either way,
guaranteed right
y'all.
now.
I
You
mean,
gotta
either way,
wait till the
you're not
last day
making
of
the
the season,
playoffs.
dude.
I mean, either way, you're not making the
Y'all
playoffs.
couldn't stop a rookie? 20
I mean,
points?
which you
Oh my
We gonna see,
know
god.
what
won't
I'm
we?
saying?
And
Like
y'all
y'all
the
gonna be
same
Why
right
this
nigga
next
nigga
that
to us,
bringing
man.
up
It's
a
all
whole
good.
nother man?
It's all good.
Oh!
Why this nigga bringing up a whole nother man though? That's crazy.
You have another manager profile pic.
That's cool.
So let's start there, bro.
That's cool.
y'all praying for
Will,
Bron. Y'all on
Will,
Bron
Will, Will,
knees, man.
Will. What were you
Y'all
thinking,
y'all
bro?
on your knees praying for Bron to bring y'all to the promised land.
Will, what were you thinking? What really were you thinking?
I'm
What?
thinking that y'all gonna be sitting next to me in a couple weeks, bro. That's what I'm thinking.
All right, you
It's
coping. It's
good,
all
bro. Y'all
good.
gonna be sitting at home with us,
You're
dog. It's
coping. It's all
No,
good,
you
okay.
man.
said
It's all good.
what were you
It's
thinking? The
okay,
keyword was
man.
were.
It's okay. It's hard. I know that, like, you know what I'm saying, the end of a dynasty is hard to accept, but like it's over, bro. You know what I'm saying? We tried. We
What y'all got?
didn't.
Well.
We
What
ain't
about
pull it
this
off.
game?
What
What
y'all
about
got?
this?
Whoa, why are you
What
talking
about
about it
this
like
game
you
makes you feel like
had
it's
hand in
over,
this?
man? Like,
Y'all beat.
No. Don't let him fucking deflect y'all.
No, I want to
Will,
answer the question. He said,
Will,
what
stop
about
trying to
this?
deflect. You
This
were
nigga's
on our
over.
asses. What the fuck happened, bro?
You know what happened, man? This is exactly what happened, right? We lost our
see
best
what
player.
happened was.
We lost our best player, man.
You should
That's
hold
what
up.
it was.
Hey, Will, let me
Whoa,
holler
whoa,
at you.
whoa!
Let me holler at you
You
for a
weren't
second,
saying
Will.
that
Wait,
when you
didn't
were on.
y'all go on a streak
You all won
without
on your
your
team. You
best
finished
player?
without your
Hold
best
up,
player.
hold up,
What
hold
happened
up, hold
then?
up,
So
hold up,
now,
hold up. I know Sengun is a guy. I think he baby Jokic. But are we sure after what Jalen Green has done in that stretch? Are you sure he's the best player still?
I mean, no, yeah, I think that he is. I mean, y'all obviously showed Jalen Green a lot of respect tonight. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all trapped him and doubled him. Every time he got the ball, y'all made everybody else beat us, which was smart because we don't got the personnel for that, man. But it's good though, bro. Like, this is just the start. You know what I'm saying? Our best player is 22 years old. We'll be back. Like this is just the start.
Don't try to touch your son next time, brother. Don't try to touch your son next time.
I mean, y'all ain't the Sun, Chief.
You might
You
get
not.
burned,
You
Y'all
man.
might
ain't the
get burned,
Sun,
bro.
Chief. Y'all about to be at home. Hey, okay, look. Hey, just promise me this. Can I get a spot in this space when y'all lose in the playing tournament? Like, just promise me I get a spot in this
What
space.
are you even talking about, bro?
I'm talking
You
about y'all
you know you
losing.
don't believe that.
I'm talking about y'all losing in the playing tournament.
You
That's what I'm
do
talking
not believe that.
you
We do not
don't even
believe
come in
you.
here when the Warriors win.
You need
anyway.
more people. We
Hold
do
on.
not believe you.
Hold on. I'm not going to allow you to deflect. I want to know what happened because y'all were on our asses. And the minute y'all started to say that shit, y'all didn't win a game since then. I told y'all were on our asses. You didn't win it. Bro, don't talk shit, man. You
Send
trust that young
all
team
that
out there,
bass,
bro?
man. Come out and touch grass,
I mean,
man. Get in the
would y'all
field,
respect it
man.
more if I, like, you know what I'm saying, came in here and folded? I'm finna stand on business.
No, you're not standing on business, though. You're trying to talk about the plan and all of that shit. A lot can happen
I was
between now
talking
and then.
shit before. I'm gonna keep talking shit now. I ain't finna
Okay.
switch my tune up.
All
Can I
right.
can I read
You're
a
talking
tweet
You know
shit
what
from
I'm
on
saying?
two
Will?
Like, this ain't
completely
going
different
nowhere.
things, though. You're not standing on business. That's what we're saying.
Okay.
You have a picture of Steve Kerr crouched over.
Hey, Will, I got a question for you.
Why does
What's
that
up, man?
matter? Why does that
On
fucking matter?
December 12th, you said Draymond can't stop assaulting people. Clay and Wiggins are bad at basketball. Kerr is exposed as a
This
fraudulent
you?
coach. Steph is a front runner who assaults chairs. The Golden State Warriors are finally done.
Hey,
With
keep
a
up.
picture of
Okay, look. Hey,
LeBron.
I got you.
So what do you have to say
No, I
about
got
that?
you.
Receipts.
Hey, no. 785 Sports. All right, what I need you to do, bro, tell me what seed the Warriors are right now.
We're in
So
the
This
play-in
man
on the way.
leads the
Chris,
league in deflections. The
We're in
Warriors
the
lead
play-in.
in deflections.
y'all used
You
to
are
hang
not
banners,
there,
bro.
Dude, why are you
you are nowhere
Y'all
close
used to
there.
literally
hang
fucking
Your
banners.
deflecting
season
your
is
ass
actually
off
over.
like
Y'all
it's your
used to
fucking
hang
career right now?
banners.
What are you doing?
What happened to the banners you used to hang? Y'all
You
We
have
hung one
banners?
2 years ago,
y'all
bro.
went from
What?
Well,
hanging
I
banners to
remember you, man. You said the same shit in
y'all
2022,
like
man.
beefing with an 11 seed right now, bro. Y'all used to hang banners. What happened?
Nothing happened.
No. I want to
Hey,
know.
if we keep it funky,
Hold on.
Will
I
was in
want to
kindergarten
know.
last time the Rockets won.
I thought you were on our asses, bro. Your
My
season
fault,
is
OG.
essentially over.
My fault.
Your
I'll
season is
tell you what
essentially
happened, man.
over.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what
What's up, Jim
happened.
Park?
Hey, what's up, man? How you
We
doing?
finna are we finna hear any yelling at Steve Kerr today, man? I don't think that's gonna happen today, huh?
No need to yell when you win by 23 points, right?
I respect it.
You take care of business. And listen, you want to know why the Warriors are in the situation that they're in now? Did you get a look at Trace Jackson Davis tonight?
Yeah, he's good, man. I mean, it was really easy, like to play a team without an opposing a starting center, but yeah, like man.
Yeah, I like Amen Thompson a lot. I think he's a really viable player defensively. He's tough. All this good stuff, right? He's the 4th overall pick for your team, right? He got sunned tonight by Trace. Dude got sunned. That's why it wasn't close, right? So the Warriors have a 57th overall pick who is outplaying your number 4th overall pick.
Would you
And Steve Kerr has been sitting this guy.
if
Hold
I
on.
told you Real quick.
Hold on.
If I told you that I would give you Amen Thompson for Trayce Jackson-Davis, would you say no?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
So next topic then.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Listen,
I'm just
man.
leaving the game. I was at the game tonight. It was excellent, man. Clay was consistent, hitting all his shots.
Oh, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
damn.
He's really leaving the game.
That's them Houston fans right there.
Yeah, they salty. You know, Steph Curry. That's his vacation home at Toyota Center, man. Even Clay had to open a timeshare up because he was just owning the place tonight. Like, I mean, this was excellent to see. The Warriors, man, like we're back. If we can just keep the same focus. The only thing I didn't agree with was Kerr didn't pull him out with like 6 minutes left, man. Like the Rockets wasn't gonna come back, man. They was throwing up so many bricks they could have built 12 homes out here. But regardless of the fact, man, like let's get ready for Dallas. Let's beat them and keep the train going. Let's go Warriors.
Yeah, listen, man. If the Warriors had won 4 more games than where they are right now, they'd be in the 5th seed. 5th seed, they'd be tied for like the 5th seed right now. If they had just taken care of 4 games, right? And it could have been way more than 4 games that they could have taken care of. If Trayce was in the equation earlier on and they've been playing this kind of defense all along, we're talking about a completely different story.
That's why, Jim. That's exactly why. Those 4, like the fact that there's only 4 games is exactly why, you know, you've been yelling and screaming about this Trayce situation. Why I've been yelling and screaming about this Trayce situation. Because like people don't understand how these little things. It's the same way that, you know, that whole three extra minutes of Steph Curry wasn't going to mean. Like, shut up, Steve. You know, it's the same thing. It's like these little things add up, and then they make a bigger picture.
Yeah, that starting lineup was glorious tonight, man. 3 of 11, they held the Rockets to in the first 6 minutes of the game. When the starting lineup dictates how the game is going to go and allow the starting lineup against the other team nothing easy, well, you're dictating what's going to happen in the game, and you're making it difficult for their bench to come in and make, you know, a better impact because now all the pressure is on them to do something because their starters failed.
Jim.
Yeah.
Trayce Jackson-Davis is the best Warrior center since Andrew Bogut.
Since Andrew Bogut. Been saying
and you
that
know what,
from
bro?
the jump, man.
It's not even close. It's not particularly close. But you know what? It's not that hard because since Bogut, we have some really shitty centers. But man, he does everything, bro. He looks like Bill Russell out there, dog. Seriously.
And he's way better offensively than Andrew Bogut could ever offer to the Warriors.
He hasn't even developed like anything outside of like 8 feet. Like once he gets a little elbow jump.
Imagine if he has a jump shot. Oh my goodness.
Yo, Will has his hand up. What's up?
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all get to y'all space. I just got like one request though, bro. Like, just please, I'm like actually begging, bro. Let me back in when y'all lose in the playing tournament. And you know what I'm saying? That's cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all space.
I'm a man of my word, bro.
Okay, I appreciate that, bro.
I'm a man of my word.
No, I know, but when we get to the
and you know what, bro?
You're
And
wrong.
if y'all somehow don't lose, I'll come and stand on business in here again.
Okay,
and say you were wrong, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
for sure.
question,
I mean, I won't.
your
But you know
beef
what I'm saying?
with the Warriors all this time, bro. Like at some point, you got to be like, hey, you know what? I respect them, man. Like, you know, hey, I'm a Rockets fan. I respect them. Like, at what point do you just gotta like stop hating on that?
I know what happened in 2015.
You realize we have 10 years worth of misery on him. And his family.
I know what.
He has every right to be
upset. What's good with y'all?
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Warriors.
Baby, give me one more chance.
Warriors.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Year after year after year. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Come on, man. That's what's been happening for the last 10 years, bro. Come
How
on.
old are you?
That's what's been happening for the last 10 years, Will. When are you going to learn? When are you going to learn? 2015, 2016, 2018, 2019. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Come on, bro. When are you going to learn?
Hey, do you know these bozos had the nerve to boo Chris Paul? The same motherfuckers that was like, if CP3 didn't get hurt, we would have won.
You know you traded away. You know you traded away Chris Paul and a draft pick for Russell Westbrook?
That is horrible. Oh my Lord.
And a draft pick.
I forgot you had a draft pick in there too. Jesus.
I'm hitting some notes over here, Oracle. Sheesh.
Your turn, Jim. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim.
Hey, y'all gotta find that TikTok video, man.
That's crazy. Oh yeah. When like the Warriors beat the Rockets yet again, and it's like, yeah, well, they send the Rockets home again, and it's like the next one. Yeah.
Every year they just need another chance, man. I mean, this injury, the sweetest one was in 2019 when KD was out, and KD is the whole reason why everybody wins, right? Like they can't win without KD, and here we are.
As I said before before the game started and pre-game spaces, fuck the Rockets. We're not worried about the fucking Rockets. We believe that they were going to take care of business tonight, and fucking took care of business tonight. It wasn't perfect. There were some
But this
issues.
is for old time's sakes. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been fucking torturing them for like 10 years now, and they got a little bit spicy. You know what I'm saying? So we just had to fucking punish them one more time.
Did they? I thought it was just Tari Eason who's being a dumbass.
Oh, they were
and
talking
he
shit.
learned tonight.
They held a spaces, Jim. There was like, Warriors come out to play, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
They had a whole space dedicated to that shit, and they were like, "We coming up on your ass and shit."
Think about how crazy this is, though. Ready? We've had when you take a step back and think about this. This is what makes it crazy. Take a step back and look at the fact that we've had two entirely different generations of Rockets players who've talked shit to us to this very core. The generation of like the Capellas and the CP3s and these guys and then that was like fucking 6 years ago. Now we have a whole nother generation of Rockets players talking shit. Think about this. It's a fucking generational at this point. It's like generation after like era after era. 2010s, 2020s. Now like goddamn, bro, what the fuck you think Trace and JK gonna be doing, bro, in 2030? Like at this point, you might as well they might as well retire a Golden State Warriors fucking banner in their fucking arena at this point, bro. Shit. I mean, we haven't lost to them in 5 years?
2019.
So
no, they actually haven't lost any game like regular season or even postseason, and they haven't lost since pre-COVID.
Right. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, let's talk about kind of the overarching, the most important takeaways from tonight to kind of extrapolate moving ahead. The defense again was really good. We held them to 110. It was a little shaky in the third, but I thought overall, like we had a really good first half. Held them to 50 points in the first half. We were active. I thought we were rotating well. Trace was phenomenal on both ends. But I thought, what I noticed also with Trace, he is playing with more force. Like you see him like maybe a few weeks ago, he was still trying to find his footing and see what he could and couldn't get away with, what he could and couldn't do. You're starting to see him figure it out even more, and he's more aggressive on certain plays on both ends, and so he looks more comfortable out there. And this is the vision, right? This was what Jim and I were practically begging for in November. I mean, maybe even earlier than that, which is that specifically Pods and Trace, but mostly even Trace. They need to get run before the playoffs because both of them can project to be playoff contributors, and I think we'd all agree that is the case as it currently stands. So, this is great news in terms of the developments, but we still got a big game tomorrow. Quick turnaround in Dallas, and they just beat the Hawks tonight pretty handily. Luka shot 8 of 25 from the field. He had 25 points. And so, Wiggins only played. By the way, can someone speak to why Wiggins only played 22 minutes tonight? He should have played.
That's Steve Kerr
more.
for you.
He wasn't on the bench.
He didn't need to play more.
Do you think
he wasn't on the bench to end the game?
Dre, he had
I tried to
ankle
look for him.
situation.
Huh? It was what?
He had an ankle situation.
Oh, ankle?
He tweaked his ankle. Yeah, he tweaked his ankle. That's why he couldn't come into the.
Ooh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully he's good for tomorrow. We're gonna need him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you think Steve was limiting his minutes so he's good for tomorrow, though, or do you think that the ankle was actually limiting him?
Well, he wasn't on the bench in the fourth quarter, so it had to be the.
It's probably both.
You see when he tripped up?
It's probably.
Here's
both.
when it happened. He there's a play where he tripped up, and they call traveling on him. Like it's almost like he got pushed, And I think that's where he tweaked his ankle. I'm gonna guess.
Oh, I think I know
Yeah,
what
like when he was
talking about.
backpedaling and he got called
Yeah,
for travel.
when it was
Yeah,
like
he
he
tried
caught the
to
ball,
throw the
got
ball,
trapped, and
and
he
yeah.
had to
Okay.
just throw the ball.
So
Yeah.
it's a minor tweak at worst. It's
I
nothing
hope
to
so.
be
Yeah.
overly concerned about. I think because he was. It's not like he wasn't able to move or anything. He might have been moving a little gingerly, but the play wasn't even like he was still on the floor after that. So he should be. Hopefully, he'll be fine. Yeah. But he was really
Yo,
good tonight when he did play.
I
Right,
ain't gonna
23.
lie. So I wasn't like, sold on the Trace Draymond thing. Just from the standpoint of, I think we're just gonna. There's a point where we're gonna run into spacing and all of that shit. Blah 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 blah. But I will say this: Trace is a really good passer. I
He
think you
is a great
can.
passer.
I think you can. You can augment some of like the non-shooting stuff if you have a good passer at center. And I seen him catch a ball tonight, made a left-handed pass in the corner on the numbers to Klay Thompson. Instantaneous too. He it's almost like he caught the ball and he knew exactly where Klay was, like he surveyed the court before, and he just made the pass instantaneously
Of
on the
course,
numbers to Draymond, right?
of
So
course.
I mean, I highlight that because how many big men have we had like that could make that pass?
Other than Draymond,
Other than Draymond, yeah. Looney
Looney
can
can
because
do it
Looney
at
makes
times.
some nice passes, right? But I feel like he's a more fluid
Probably
player than
Belly,
Looney.
but that's about it.
It comes out of necessity because
Belly,
he's not going to score.
Belly's the only guy I can think of that can make like legit passes like that.
Yeah. You
If
got
you
to think
count Belly
about.
as a center, sure, yeah.
Of
But that
course.
like he's an exception because he can't guard like Trace. He can't
Yeah.
finish at the rim. The only thing he does better is shoot the three, or just shoot in general, and then that's about it actually. Even the passings, Belly's probably like better, but it's not by much. And
So if
Trace is
you can run a bunch of dribble handoff actions, right?
right,
And
yeah,
then off of the dribble handoffs, he's gonna slip to the basket or whatever. Yeah,
right,
sure. Like
right.
you can help out with some of the spacing issues, right? But
Well, the key is also guys have to be in constant motion. Like the way you can kind of offset or kind of mitigate the spacing issues that may exist at times, because we've seen at times like it has been a bit clunky. But the way we've actually countered it is Klay and Steph in multiple actions, even Wiggins. Like you'll notice it's like Trace will be in this at the at the dunker spot. Draymond will be at the nail, or he'll be coming up to set a screen, and then it's just Steph and Klay just running off the ball, just
Yeah.
kind of like free flowing offense, and then Wiggins kind of makes a play, or Steph makes a play, and guys are just in constant motion, and then that forces the defense to figure out and make decisions. Our read and react game tonight was so easy. Did you see? Like we were fake DHOs, we were like just kind of like moving the ball, like breaking down the defense, swing, open shot. Like there was, remember the one play at the end of the third quarter where I think Steph was about to set a down screen for CP, or like a brush screen, and then
So you saw what Udoka was trying tonight as well, defensively, right? Like
right. I was throwing. He was switching. He
yeah.
was
So
icing. He was throwing a bunch of different stuff. Yeah,
but what really stuck out to me is the switching stuff that he
the
was doing,
switching. Right.
and
He
the
was switching.
Warriors just slipped it left and right, and the ball was
Yo, did
moving
you see that?
around.
There was
And
a couple plays that stood out to me. So the one was at the end of the quarter. Steph was about to set a screen. He kind of tried to flare out.
yeah,
CP found Klay on the baseline. Klay flared out, and then Klay put the ball on the floor and bounced past to Trace for a dunk right before the quarter ended. That was a big play right there. Just read and react. And then there was another play. Klay hit like 2 straight threes, so he came back out for a like a little pin down. And then he catches the ball, and then Trace just dives, and both Rocket players just jump at Klay, and then Trace had a dunk. So those are the plays. Playing
let me
off
ask
of
you
the
a
motion.
question,
The motion
right?
opens up the space. Yeah,
How quick did Daniel Gafford fit in Dallas?
within a drop of a dime, it was instant.
I think he fit game one,
Yeah,
and the reason why he fit right away was because they run something pretty simple. You know what I'm saying? Now you see when you ask that center to do dribble handoffs, and you're asking him to, do X, Y, Z, and there's multiple things that he has to be able to navigate on offense and defense. I think that's where the shit gets tough, and I think that's where Trace, as a rookie, but you have to consider this. Trace is 24 years old. Draymond Green played in the playoffs in 2013 when he was 24 years old, right? So we have to kind of take these things into account with these older players. I'm gonna be honest
Trace.
with you. The reason why Denver has done so well is because they drafted like 4-year guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Literally. Yeah.
Right. So when I used to look at like the 80s and the 90s or whatever, used to see these teams and they would have these all-stars as rookies. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you think about like the Shaqs and and those guys weren't like one and done players. You know what I'm saying? So you have like a few years playing organized high level basketball, and then you come into the league with 3 or 4 years experience, and you come in, you have a much better chance of being a successful rookie than you do if you played like a year or no college basketball whatsoever. And what I'm finding is that I've seen it quite a bit, right? Like there's these guys in there that's played a couple of years in college and they've came into the game and they're more seasoned. And Trace Jackson Davis is one of those guys because a part
They
of
woke
what
up for
makes
this game, man. They woke up for
yeah.
this game. Yo, you hear what Clay said about Tari? He said that's pretty lame, especially if you're not even playing, but you're just going to be trolling from the sideline, bro. What are we doing? Like, man, you could tell they woke up for this game, bro.
Oh, they definitely woke up for
They
this
seem
game.
bothered by that. They seem bothered by the talk.
So I caught this during the game where Steph was doing the Warriors thing with the water bottle. Did y'all see that?
I saw it.
Yeah,
I thought he was like fucking around. I didn't
Nah,
understand the
bro.
reference.
Nah, I
I
missed
saw it and I knew
that.
exactly what he was doing, bro.
Yo, I
I
seen
saw it
that.
and I knew exactly what he was doing.
I'm too young. I don't. I was like, oh, he's fucking around with the water. What the fuck is he? But there's a reference to it. So
Oh yeah.
explain it to people that
absolutely,
may not be familiar, if you can.
So the clip, the thing that Tari Eason was doing, it's from this movie in the 80s, right? And that's the clip I was playing earlier, right? So if you look
Yeah,
at
because it was a gang called the Warriors.
it was a gang, right?
It was a
So
gang called the Warriors.
Well, no, the movie is literally called The Warriors. That's
I know, but it's about two gangs.
Yeah.
It's about two gangs. So there's a scene where he's calling out this other gang and he drives up and he's doing a thing with the bottle. He's like, Warriors.
He's clanking the bottle, man.
Clanking the bottle. So he's doing this thing. Warriors, come out to play. So he's doing that thing with the bottle, and that's what Steph was doing on the bench with the water bottle.
Yeah, he's trolling.
But I don't know how many people got the reference, right? So
yeah, Steph is trolling.
But like
Damn, I didn't
even
know
like
about that.
GP2, Clay, and Draymond, they were all like saying Warriors come out to play in this with the crowd. Like they were doing that too, like just to be absolute trolls.
Yeah, so it's just trolling upon trolling upon trolling. But I love it because why are you challenging a veteran team, man? That, and I will say this about this team, and I've been saying it all year long. They feed off chemistry. They're not going to be a good team if they're not, if they're not locked in chemistry wise, because they ain't the most talented team. They can't jump the highest, They don't got guys like 5 guys like OKC that can break you off the dribble and multiple guys that can run pick and roll. They don't have that. But what they have is dudes that know how to play basketball, right? So, that's what they thrive on. That's what they do. And if they don't do that, they're going to look like the worst team in basketball. And that's what I saw all year long.
So, question for you guys. I don't know if you guys had already talked about this or not. Because of the whole thing about what you just said, feeding on chemistry, what do we do with the whole Kuminga situation? Do you think he comes off the bench when he does come back to play, or
he comes off the bench? No question asked. What?
Okay,
he has to.
Why wouldn't
because
he?
Think about it this way: you miss like 5, maybe even 6 games now if he doesn't play tomorrow. So
all right,
you got to put him off the bench and you got to slowly ease him back into the rotation. You can't just
hear me out.
Even
hear me out.
Even that, I don't think he goes back
Hear
into
me
the
out.
starting lineup at all.
How does the defense look?
Kerr already spoke on it in the press conference just now.
How does the defense look?
Impeccable.
Fucking amazing.
It looks amazing.
Does the
bro.
defense look better with Trace in there?
It's the best
course,
it's ever been.
Of course.
All right.
The
It
It's
looks
a world
good.
apart different.
So all year long, if the defense looks better, and I was kind of lukewarm about this because I was like, I
this
don't
is the best our
know,
defense has looked all
right?
year, man.
But if does Draymond look fresher? Yes or no?
Yes.
He
You
Absolutely.
see
looks
what he's
Okay.
doing?
fresher.
He doesn't
He
have to
looks,
rebound. It's
He
like
It looks
actually
like
does
he's
look a
got stem
he does
cells
look a lot
injected in his
fresher when he got
spine.
bro. Watch
after he got
Draymond.
ejected.
Wait, you guys watch Draymond throughout the game. He looks energized in every quarter because Trace is there to help with the blocking out. Trace is there to help with the rebounds. He
So
Trace, even if he doesn't do anything on the
so I hope
box,
y'all know
like on
this
the
isn't
box score,
anything
we see it.
this isn't anything different that we've done with Looney, right? So we literally were doing this last
That
season.
I was gonna say that. That's why I had my
Yeah.
hands up. I wasn't worried because in my mind, Trace is a better, more athletic
Yeah.
Looney.
So all we've done
He is doing what Looney did in
all
2022,
we've done is just
but he's
replace
better.
Trace with Looney. That's literally all we've done. And you know, there is an element that he adds because there's a shot. Bro, he's bouncy off of the floor. He has a great second jump, right? He rebounds. He's tough, right? He he blocks shots like he's a legit shot blocker, right? And he takes up space in the paint. So you're looking at all of those things, and it's like, sure, you can't give him the ball on the block and say, "Hey, I'm going to command a double team and run the right." But you don't need that, bro. You don't need that. I think the next step for him to take is to put him on the post and run split action because I actually think he's that good of a passer, right? So baby steps, though, baby steps.
Listen. Earlier in the season, when I would say, "Listen, we gotta do more shit with Trace," I had people laughing at me, bro. Now y'all seeing. I've been saying this. I watched when we draft Trace. I watched mock drafts of what Trace was supposed to go in the first, but he didn't because he didn't like the fact that, you know, actually was supposed to go later in the first, didn't go in the first, ended up going in the second. He didn't want to do that, so he ended up coming to the Warriors. It's more details than that, but whatever. I watched his college footage, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, we got a guy. He may have been drafted late, but we got a guy. I believed in Trace from the time we got him, bro. I'm glad he's on our team, man.
Yeah, Uncle, you talk about the
would you
rookie years,
say?
right?
Oh, my bad.
Sorry, Alex, you can go after.
Oh no, you good. You good.
You talk about Draymond's rookie year, right? And they both 4-year college players, right? Draymond and Trace. Trace's rookie year is worlds apart better than Draymond's rookie year. It's just not even close. So there is that, and you know, I was looking at some of the, Trace's scouting report, and some people actually refer to him as like Draymond Light. You know, I found that interesting. Their games are very different. Trace is, he plays above the rim, and Draymond is more, I'm saying, just strong, smart, gritty, like cerebral, like this kind of stuff. And Trace has some of that too. But these two guys on the floor, I remember asking this question once. If you could have two Draymonds on the floor at the same time, would you take that? And
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you have two Draymonds, you got defense upon defense upon defense, right? So obviously you're missing something a little bit from a scoring standpoint, but Trace is quite like Draymond in the sense that he plays every possession, right? He boxes out every possession. He guards everybody. You see him get out to the perimeter guarding Jalen Green, right? Guarding Fred VanVleet, guarding Whitmore. Like Whitmore couldn't do shit against Trace, right? He shut down both Amen Thompson and Whitmore. Anytime they were near the basket, whatever, they couldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? And man, when you play defense like that, I think Wiggins, Draymond, and Trace, that 3 forward tandem, I think that's probably the best defensive combination in terms of 3 forwards in the league. I think they have the capacity to be that. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's how I feel.
No, I'd say so.
I agree.
Yeah,
And
they're crazy. It's night and day. They're ridiculous right now.
and it's not even just from
100%.
it's literally like a talent thing too, where it's like because Draymond's already one of the smarter players in the league, so I think that already kind of makes it where you can kind of he's an all-star level player as it is, and then Trace is coming in and augmenting that.
And you talk about his passing as well. You got to remember, in college, they ran their offense through Trace, so of course he can see the floor. He averaged 4 assists in college. This is not a fluke that he can see the floor really well. and he makes selfless plays. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a blend of when he needs to finish, he'll finish. When he sees that there's an extra defender, he is passing it right away. Like he just almost never forces anything. Sometimes you almost want him to force at times, but
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was some. There were some other, and Clay obviously had an amazing game tonight. I don't know if that's been talked about. I mean, dude was lights out. If he, man, when he shows up like that offensively, I mean, and blend that with the defense that they're playing, like who can stop this team, right? And I saw a little more action between Clay and Trace tonight. The last two games, there was basically no plays between the two, and well, you're not taking proper advantage of that 2-man game. So if you do that, think about like Clay and Steph were terrible the last game against the Mavs, and they
Now,
still won the game by 4.
here's
And
what I
then when
want to
they're good
see.
offensively, they're blowing teams out. So
All right.
either way, they're winning games.
Okay. Here's what I want to see. Last year, when we tried to play Looney and Draymond, right? The Lakers absolutely neutralized it. Steph was out there running like a Kenyan, right? Now, the ultimate test is going to be when we play the Lakers. Because you know they're going to rip.
But I'd like to differ on that. You know why?
You know they're going to rip
They
out.
neutralized it because
You know they're
Clay
going to
was
rip out the
horrible.
same strategy that they did last season, right? So that's what I want to see. I want to see if they're going to rip out the same strategy and try that against us.
Yep,
On Tuesday.
they're just gonna put Anthony Davis as free safety and see if anybody dares to try him at the rim.
Now, I want to see how the Warriors are going to counter that with Trace, Draymond, and Wiggins. I would like to see it. I would love to see it because if they counter it with what I expect them to counter it with, and they win the game, and they're successful in those minutes and that lineup, they're going to win the title. They're winning the title.
Urkel, can I say
Because
this?
the Lakers are
This
the
might
best
be like
team with the best personnel of guarding that. And I'm telling you, if that lineup holds up offensively, they're going to crush it. They're going to absolutely destroy it.
Urkel, could I say something? I'm not worried about the Lakers. Do you know why? Because I personally think that the only reason they won that series was because Clay shot horrible. Clay shot horrible, bro.
Yeah, Wiggins wasn't that great either, so the spacing wasn't there.
They
Yeah,
lost because
Wiggins
they were
was
playing
injured. Clay
three
didn't
guards
shoot
and 4
well.
guard lineups. That's why they lost.
That too.
Exactly. But
That's part of the
there were
reason
so
why
many
Clay
things that
struggled
made
in
us
those
lose that
lineups.
game. Again, I'm not worried about the spacing between Trace and Draymond because that was the same thing we did with Looney and Draymond. All the downsides of Looney, Trace is literally better than Looney in everything. Maybe what could work on, maybe some of the rebounding, because I do think Looney right now is maybe a better rebounder. But besides that, there's nothing that Looney is better at. And I don't see a problem. I think it works.
Alexander, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna ask because based off all the points that y'all said about Trace, aside from Wiggins, because I know Dre's talked about us having a definitive two-way player. I don't know where y'all want to stand with this with Draymond, but after these 6 games of Trace in the starting lineup and on a winning streak, are we confident to say he's our second best two-way player aside from Wiggins? Or is Draymond still our second best?
It doesn't matter. Draymond and
How do
Trace
you
are both
define,
vital.
I don't think that
Draymond's
matters,
two-way
to
play
be
then?
honest.
Like, if that's the case, how do you define?
Because there's some nights that Trace goes out there and doesn't score. Draymond goes out there, doesn't score, but their defensive impact is off the charts, so it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We just need Wiggins to be good, our good two
So
way. That's the only thing that matters.
tomorrow on playback, I'm gonna start up around 7 Pacific or so, and I'm going to pull it up and isolate just Draymond. And I'm just gonna look at just Draymond and what Draymond is doing off ball. Let me tell you something, bro. he is fucking up entire defenses now that he doesn't have center responsibilities. He is absolutely destroying the defense, right?
And I love
Like,
how he's attacking the rim too.
It's
when he
honestly
gets to do
crazy
it.
how he's looked like so much better now.
I'm
ever since
talking
he got
about like
ejected.
He looks a
when
lot. He
Trace is
looks a
back
lot
there,
more
right?
confident.
When Trace is back there, I'm
Hey,
watching, bro.
hey, Irk.
And he's
Irk. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
What Ricky was talking about the other night about spacing and clogged lanes. The trade-off to me with what Draymond is doing and what Trace could offer offensively, I think it doesn't matter. Especially if it's Steph and Clay hitting shots like this.
That's what I said.
Perimeter big. We
All
don't
right.
necessarily
Let me warn y'all though.
clog.
You see, if this lineup is gonna go, for continuous stretches, Steph is gonna need to be off ball more for it to work.
That's what I've been saying, bro. That's what I've been
Yeah.
saying. 100%.
Let me warn y'all. He's gonna
That's
need
what.
to be
But I
off ball
said that
more.
the movement frees it up. The movement
But
frees it up.
I can live with that. I can
Are you
live. Do
sure
you know
about
why I
that?
can live with that?
Because
Okay, let
when
me tell
there's
you why
like
I can
3
live with that.
possessions,
Because
I know why. When there's like 3 possessions and we don't score, and it's like put the ball in Steph's hands, bro. I'm telling you, that is what the trade-off is gonna be. Because when you can, it's kind of like why Wiggins has been playing so well lately. They put the ball in his hands, and Steph has been off ball, Clay has been off ball, and they're running these actions with Wiggins. Next thing you know, they're fucking helping off of Steph Curry to guard an Andrew Wiggins drive. Andrew Wiggins just makes a
exactly my
really
point.
simple pass.
That's why I
So
can
do you
live with
trust
it.
Andrew Wiggins being the main ball handler then?
That's
When
not my
that's
point. No. That's not my point. But
Exactly.
hold on, bro. Just right. So the thing about it is that now Steph has to play off ball a little
You
bit
know
more.
why though? You know why? Because it's
Yeah.
constant spacing. When Steph is moving off the ball, it's like a running script around the court of spacing. It's just like anywhere he moves, it's just like it changes the geometry of the defense. So if you're not going to get spacing horizontally from Draymond or Trace or Wiggins, whoever, like, and Wiggins can hit shots and so can Draymond, but the problem is they're not like, they may be off on a game. So the best form of spacing is using Steph off the ball to free them up and to allow Wiggins to go downhill, to allow Draymond to orchestrate and find Steph off the ball and to allow, secondary action. So yeah, like and there's different lineups you can play too. You don't need to always run this version, right?
But Dre, like, isn't that contingent on what the defense
Of course.
decides to play against?
If the defense decides
If
to play,
go
ahead.
If they're playing zone, dropping a big the entire
Of course,
time,
yeah.
like, bro, you know
Also,
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it depends,
Like,
right? So if you're playing a team like last or
um,
a couple of years ago when we played Boston, like you didn't need to play Steph off the ball because they were dropping. Now, when they weren't dropping, what happened? Wiggins went off, right?
right.
That's the
also
formula.
Did you see that?
speaking of,
You saw that clip of LeBron, right? Where he was talking about the best way you play the Warriors is you go drop.
also speaking.
I mean, look at the Dallas game. Wiggins went off, even though Steph and Clay had horrible games. We still won that game.
But
So yes, we do trade a bit of that Kuminga offense, but I like Kuminga as our Jordan Poole of this team. Not in that sense that he's going out there and shooting a ball, but the scoring punch off of the bench with CP running that, giving him guidance and telling him where to go, when to cut, when to throw lobs. I think I
by
like
the
that
way,
better.
guys, do we think Wiggs should be fine to play tomorrow? I know they said they didn't play him in the fourth because he tweaked his ankle. We need him because we're definitely going to need him to guard Luka tomorrow.
Absolutely, they need him.
I think he plays tomorrow too.
They can't. This team is constructed in a way
Do
where
you think
you
it was
can't
just
be missing these players.
precautionary?
Yeah,
It's going to be really difficult.
Yeah, I
if
think it was
anything, I think he could
precautionary.
have tweaked it, but they could have kept him out.
How much overhelping did we see tonight?
A lot.
You saw
Very,
overhelping
very
tonight?
little. Very
I
little.
didn't say.
No, very
Little. I saw some.
Okay,
The only
I
time
heard some,
when we
but
played,
the Rockets were missing
the
their
only
shot.
time we
Whoa!
saw,
I heard a lot.
Whoa!
And
Space.
too many people talking. The only time I saw it was second quarter, or was it the third quarter? We were running some zone, and we played a little bit. We played a couple of small lineups, but that was the only time, and it was very short, maybe within a couple minutes. But for I would say out of 48 minutes, we overhelped for like 3.5 minutes.
But the thing is, when they did overhelp, they recovered pretty
They
good.
did recover, and also Yeah, I know. I felt like, positionally we were okay. It's just more so like Steve I don't know if he feels obligated to play these guys, but he just wants to put everyone out there, At some point he's going to have to cut this rotation down a bit. Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
the Chris Paul Steph Curry combination is bullshit. So Steve CP looks terrible when he plays next to Steph. And Steph doesn't look as good when he's playing next to CP. These guys have no chemistry together. They are certifiably become a worse defensive team when those two guys are on the floor at the same time. They need to cut it out. They need to stop this once and for all.
I have a
I think
question.
I think
for
real quick,
Space.
Glorious. The most important part of this game when it was
What?
when the Rockets cut it to 6, when it was 56-50, and I think we had a 3 or 4 guard lineup in. I know for a fact, and I hate to say it, but again, Kerr with these lineups, had this been an elite team like Denver or whoever, they would have came back with our 20 turnovers as well. We would have lost this game on paper. But luckily, we was able to overcome it, and the starting lineup was able to restore it. But Kerr's got to watch that shit.
Yeah, they restored order, and they had to restore order because Steve Kerr, he destroyed that order with just nonsensical lineups in that first half. It was the starting lineup, and then a 4-guard lineup to end the first quarter, and then a 4-guard lineup to begin the second quarter, and that was a bulk of the first half until the starters came back in the final 6 minutes or so.
Udoka said he said the moment was too big for us. We looked like a deer in headlights. We looked soft and scared.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Crazy, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You gotta lay the truth on young guys, man.
You don't
You
be
gotta lay the truth on young guys.
Can you put that tweet in the Jumbotron?
Yeah, I just put it in.
I appreciate his honesty, though. Like, I will give
That's
him.
what you're supposed to be.
You know what, though? Like, that's what Steph Curry does, though. He makes coaches say that about his players, He really does. So,
And by the
Steph,
way,
Clay, everyone across the board. Yeah.
Tonight they won their 6th straight game. They haven't won 6 straight games since 2 years ago. This is their first 6-game winning streak this season. Had none last season, and it's the first time since 2 years ago. Finally, they're looking like this is the perfect time to look like this.
Let me ask you this: Did we have a 6-game win streak to start the year, or no? We lost the first game.
We had 5. I think.
Can we go 5-1?
Yeah,
it's 5-1.
No, we had 5,
a
and
5.
then CP got hurt, and then we had that home stretch where we should have reeled off 3-4 games.
I thought it was,
and then it was over. We only had 2 5-game winning streaks.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, so 6, man, and to get to 6, that's the longest since the 18-gamer. Then I would
8 fucking games over 500. Thank you.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like, out of this entire run so far, this is not any kind of like analytical perspective. The vibes I felt were very much like the championship teams. Like how we were just controlling the game, even with all the turnovers, bro. I did not worry at all when the third and the fourth quarters came. I just felt very comfortable to end the game because it just felt like the Warriors were the better team. Like you could just watch on the court. The Rockets were doing everything they could, but the Warriors just looked better.
Because we were calmer. We were the calmer. We got into our stuff.
They shot 60% from the field. That's how you overcome 20 turnovers.
But it was as simple as this, right? It was as simple as this. In that particular arena, in that particular venue, Steph Curry's dropped 33 in the second half in a game 6, an elimination game. Klay Thompson's hit some of the biggest clutch shots, big threes in the playoffs, highest stakes. We've played a game 7. We've played a game 7 in that arena. We've played, you got to understand that we're so comfortable in a regular season. Like, this was, bro, I knew the Rockets were kind of fucked once their fans started, once they decided that they wanted to have shirts for their fans, it told me the moment was too big for them. And you saw, you just kind of saw it, they weren't really competitive at all. And because we just kind of this is just a man sport. And the men showed up tonight and we saw that the Rockets just have a bunch of boys. That's just what it is, right? Like Steph, Clay, Dre, even Trace, you could throw Wiggins. These dudes just literally out-executed them every possession.
Listen, let me tell you something. Once I seen them come with that switching strategy, I was like, oh. Once I seen them try the switching stuff, I was like, oh, the game is over.
I also think it starts with Jalen Green as well, because he's been playing out of his mind for these past couple games.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Andrew Wiggins guards Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, some of the best, high volume on
JT.
ball guys in the league. You think Jaylen Brown was going to do shit against
Oh
Andrew
no, I
Wiggins?
agree. I agree.
He
That's why
doesn't
I
have the
think with
candle
us
to those guys.
shutting down, making a concentrated effort on Jalen Green, that
Yeah,
just killed the entire team.
yeah.
The only thing
Yeah.
the only thing I want us to focus on a bit more that I think is, I don't want to say maybe a flaw, but it's something we gotta correct. These like stretch fives, you know what I'm saying? Like where especially like what Jabari Smith did in the pick and pop. We got to find a way to better guard that. Whether you switch it, whether you, I don't know what, maybe the weak side man has to rotate to the strong side, and then you just kind of have like a revolving door of like just kind of switching out and peel switching across the court. But you have
Steve's philosophy is drop coverage when it comes to that stuff, man.
the
You
pick and
always
pop.
see Draymond. That's why we the corner three used to go so crazy, and now that there's even sometimes confusion. Now that Trace is the five, Draymond can just easily recover for Trace, but he doesn't move simply because he's thinking in his mind, in his head, I'm not the five tonight. Like, and that doesn't matter, man. You
Right.
just switch out and run, and that. But Jabari is a special type of shooter. He's like, even from the betting perspective, it's not irregular for him to hit 3-4 threes on a nightly basis. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I just think like, so what are the teams that we should be worried about in terms of like if they're stretching the floor so
Joker's capable of hitting it.
right,
We
He
know
needs to
that.
learn it though.
Yeah, you
right.
understand what I'm saying? I don't
Maybe
know if
Minnesota with Cat.
I don't
Yeah,
know if Cat's coming back, but Nas Reed, same thing. I
Mm-mm.
Chet
think
Holm.
Nas Reed can probably
Oh
Yeah,
hit it
that's
at
man,
least.
He
Nas Reed,
always
man.
kills us. He
Nas Reed's a
always kills
problem,
us.
you
man.
guys
Like,
saw because remember Nas hit like 5 threes or 6 or something like that against us the other when we
But
played them
we leave
last
him
time.
wide open, and it never makes sense to me how we
That's
leave
what
him
I'm
so
saying.
wide
Like
open.
it's like we dare, but I will say a team like Dallas or the Clippers or even the
They
Suns,
don't know.
they're not as
Yeah.
much of an issue now.
Mm-mm.
I would maybe say also the Thunder with Chet, but that, I mean, even with the Thunder, it's like, is he gonna really beat you with this 3 ball?
I mean, if he takes a three, he's a 7-footer. His ass should be in the fucking paint. So if he takes a three from the outside, that's
I
honestly
just think we
big.
played such hot, like incredible. Like we played KD in the playoffs. Like then even that dude couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think Chet, but I do view Jokic as like that is a challenge. But beyond that, I think we just gotta. The real challenge is a team like Boston with KP out there because Porzingis is so. But you know what? Maybe it's better
We
because
haven't seen Porzingis yet, have we?
that's true. But I will say you have to give something up still. So maybe the thing we give up is that we give the stretch five the open looks, and they either make or miss. But you can't give up the straight line drives. You can't give up the driving kicks. So if you give up the pick and pops, maybe you just live with that. Maybe that's just what you give up.
Another thing too, other teams have to really guard like at least 4 players on the court now when Trace is there. Like at the 5 position, we haven't had that since really Bogut, or even 4 players since KD.
Mm.
Even JP wasn't necessarily. I mean, he was good, obviously, and when he had his moments, he was great. But dog, TJD, what he does defensively, what he does offensively, the space that Steph creates, and we know this. This is the dude who really is taking advantage of that. Like, I've never seen a center, like, at least since Bogut, in a modern era of this Warriors team, who has been able to do this. How many times we have complained about Looney dropping passes, not completing layups, not dunking, pump faking? Like, it's such a revelation to see like a guy, and I'm not dogging Looney out. Looney was great for us. He was great. But what TJD is doing for us, this dynamic, bro, it's such a
Hey,
revelation.
Lee.
It
Keep in
really is.
mind that Steph's 29 points, he only shot 2 threes. So I think TJD being such a threat, Steph and everybody was able to just get whatever they want in the paint tonight. So
Yeah.
And to your guys'
yeah,
point, I promise you, if TJD he could average 15 plus a night with all the mismatches he gets and the roles that he gets that sometimes they miss him on. But he could honestly easily average 15 plus. He got it tonight on 10 shots and got to the free throw line a few times. He got 20
It's just gonna
on
free up
efficiency.
everyone else. But
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you give it to him. If anything, they
yeah.
crash down on him. The shooters are open. If not, he can go up.
Has to run through the offense. But
No,
all
no, no,
right.
no. I know.
Let's do this.
That's what
Let's
I'm
do
saying.
this. Let's go over to playback. So playback.tv /Space Gang, and we can talk about some post game stuff. I seen Kerr had some interesting comments, so let's go over to playback.tv/Space Gang, and we can continue the conversation over there. See y'all over there.
Appreciate it, Space.
Alexander, join playback.
Alexander, his name is Urkel. Everybody calls him Urkel. Why do you keep calling him Space?
No, my name is Space. Relax. See y'all over at playback.
Respect.